vacation. This is just going to be about my vacation, our road trip to New Orleans. But first, you know the drill, you know the deal. We gotta do some channel maintenance, channel hygiene, channels are Tamagotchi. So, if you're new here, welcome to my nonsense. If you're old here, welcome back. Oh geez, if you're new here, please consider hitting subscribe. If you're old here, go double check, make sure you're subscribed, hit the like. If you like, leave a comment. It could be anything related to the video. It could just be a hello, a few emojis, whatever, as long as it's cool and respectful. Hit the notification bell. As always, I've linked my tip jars down yonder in the description box. No pressure whatsoever, but every $1 or $2 helps. That is what allows me to continue to make content. Also, you are invited to my Patreon. I know, not everybody can go, but you can't say you weren't invited. The link to my Patreon is down below, and I post a lot over there. If you want extra content, but you don't want to leave this platform, you can join YouTube memberships by clicking join below, or going to my channel page, clicking the join button. That is content that is exclusive to YouTube members. Alright, shall we? So, this vacation was pretty short, considering it is a 15-hour drive for us or some BS. It was a long drive with a kid in the car, a 5-year-old. But my husband had worked until middle of the night before. My gum. And he still got up at 9 to get ready to go. I'm like, okay, but then I started to get nervous because I'm like, I don't think you got enough sleep to be driving, a lot today. So I'm already the kind of person that I can't really sleep when somebody else is driving. I can go I can do that a lot, but I can't really sleep even with my medication. Me and my little one have to take Dramamine or motion sickness pills. So load the car up, get in the car, hit the road. My kid's in the back watching Alvin and the Chipmunks. I think I did a good deal of reading. I was reading a historical fiction. I can't remember the name of it, but I know the author is Minette Walters. I did some scrolling, and we stopped for gas a couple times. It got dark. We ended up stopping somewhere in Missouri. I think we pulled into a hotel at I don't even know what time. All I know is we went in, we crashed. We didn't take any of our stuff in except for our toothbrush stuff. My contact toothbrush, our toothbrush bag, that bag. Took that in. We crashed. We got back into the car the next morning. Same clothes, all crusty, and finished the drive up. So by the time we arrived in New Orleans, we were pretty gross. That's road trip. And then as we're pulling in, I was like, so can we stop somewhere and eat? He goes, oh, I just figured, because we were going to his sister's house and her husband. He goes, I just figured that we'd get there and then we'd all go out to eat. And I was like, who did you talk about that? Why did you figure that? He's like, well, because we're going to be arriving around lunchtime. I just assumed, and I was like, oh, here we go. Have you met me hungry? I was starving. Have you met me hungry? Why would you even want to deal with it? I'm like, I actually need food. You haven't discussed this with anybody. I would think for all we know they're eating right now. And then you're gonna get there and we're dirty and you're gonna want to clean up and then talk about where to go. No. So we pulled over and got just me and my kid, got some chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A. Then we drove, it was 5 minutes from her house. So kind of disappointed because I got Chick-fil-A and I wanted something cool from New Orleans, but I was fed. So I can be a team player. Let's go figure this out. We get there. I love New Orleans architecture. I love shotgun houses. The house we were staying at wasn't a shotgun house, but I got to see a lot of shotgun houses. Their house was really nice. The layout of it, I loved it. So we put our stuff down, and I'm playing with her dog and stuff, and we sit out in the yard. It was 70s, so it was nice, but it's a little muggy, it's a little muggy down there. And my kid went to like look for lizards in the backyard. My husband did not eat. And they did discuss food, and they were like, well, we can grill out, or we can go out to eat. And so we were like, let's just grill out, because, you know, we just got here. That way we can take our time showering, doing whatever we gotta do. So we grilled out that night. My brother-in-law threw chicken on the grill, and it was delicious, right? That was the first time my husband ate. That day was at like 6 or 7 o'clock. If he thought that I was gonna be able to go to 6 or 7 o'clock, he was out of his mind. I was like, maybe it's lack of sleep. I don't know. But the chicken was delicious. He can throw down on the grill. So we ate, and then we were wiped out, you know, so I ended up going to bed, and him and my husband and kid, they stayed down and chatted for a while. I have no problems turning in early. That's what's best for me. So I went up and read for like a half hour and passed out. That was day one. Now the next day was gonna, oh no, we did something else that night. We did do something else that night. We went to the light show after we ate. So at about like 8 o'clock, I think, we went to go to the light show. They just had big Christmas lit things, dinosaurs and dragons and butterflies just all lit up. And you just walked on this path and went through and ogled at everything and took pictures and stuff. So that was fun. There was going to be an acrobat show, apparently, but we went in to the tent, and it looked like a very small little arena, and it was packed, and I was like, yeah, I'm good on that. If you guys want to squeeze in there like sardines to watch some acrobats, cool. But I'm gonna go just walk around a little more than nobody really wanted to stay for that. So we did leave it. That's when I went up and went to bed, and they stayed downstairs for a little bit longer and chatted and played and stuff. Now the next day was gonna be Christmas Eve. I have like some notes, but so we had wanted to see an alligator show, alligator tour, a boat tour. And there was one place open on Christmas Eve that still did that, and it was called Raging Cajun Alligator Tours or Boat Tours or something like that. It was an airboat, and that was at like 2, mind you. I only had a granola bar that morning. So we go on this alligator tour. It's so freaking fun. You get on this boat. I think there was like 15 of us on the boat. Me, my kid, my husband, and my sister-in-law were all in the front row. Now, that was not my idea. I thought we should have sat more in the middle because my kid did end up getting really scared, not of the alligators. But it was like a speedy boat, and he didn't know we were going to go that fast. As soon as we started, we saw 2 alligators. And then we did like some of the speed boating and stuff. And that's when my kid started crying a little bit. He was quiet about it, but I'm like, uh-oh. And so I talked to him like, oh, we're almost done. We weren't. But he got it together. And then we went a little further, and we saw baby alligators. We saw like a mom. She wasn't that big. The mom wasn't even that big, but she had several babies with her. She had one that was like 1 year old, and then she had little ones that were like this big with her. They were really cute, but it's also really kind of creepy as well, because sometimes they eat their babies. I don't know. Reptiles give me weird vibes. But my kid loved seeing that, so that kind of brightened his mood a little bit. We saw a lot of birds, snails, bugs. And then we got like some of the background about the tour guides really know the alligators. They're like, we have Jack is like the main attraction. And then there's a woman alligator named Charlene or something. She's the mom. She breeds a lot. And he said she's the best mom. She's the only mom that doesn't eat her babies. I don't know. But we got to hear all the drama. It's like a soap opera out there, because Jack and Clubba, another big male, they don't get along, right? comes out and gets his marshmallow and he runs off. And then he's like, Rocky, come get another one. Rocky comes out, gets another marshmallow. Raccoons really get domesticated really easily. They get used to their humans. That's why you gotta be careful in your neighborhoods. Because they'll just think y'all are like this, you know. But he was adorable. He was just young. He was like 6 months old. Already knew his name. I guess they only live for 2 years in the wild. They live for 5 years with human help. Kind of soon. We finally saw Jack at the end. We saw a total of 8 alligators. Birds. I saw a turtle. Heard about Jack and Clubba's beef. We got back to the house and I was like, we have to go eat. I had to do my speech. I eat regularly. I don't know what's going on, but I eat regularly. And he's like, yeah, okay, let's go. Okay, so we hop in the car, but parking takes forever. So we're trying to get to the French Quarter. We're driving around for like 30 minutes trying to park. I'm dying. I need food. Finally find a parking spot. And I'm like dragging my kid and my husband, like, let's go. We make it to the French Quarter and then I'm trying to find a place that doesn't have a wait. We ended up eating at Monty's. And I got Cajun pasta. My husband was not feeling good at this point. We'll circle back to that. But his stomach was hurting. He just got like tater tots, but the sauce was really good. They were truffle tater tots. My kid he's on a Krabby Patty thing, so he got a hamburger. We call them Krabby Patties, whatever. He ate good. My husband picked at his tater tots, and I ate my pasta, but I really wanted seafood and like oysters. That was my only goal for New Orleans, and I didn't get it. So we ate at Monty's. And then we walked over to Cafe du Monde, and I got a to-go bag of the beignets. Me and my kid ate one, and then I was like, you need to try these to my husband, like, you'll really like these. And he's like, I'm like, something is up, because he didn't want to try it. He did try one bite. I was like, you gotta eat them while they're hot. I can't just feed one of these to you later and you're gonna like it. You have to eat it now. And we looked up how old Cafe du Monde was, and I think it's from 1862. I think that was the year. Another interesting fact is that they didn't even start selling soft drinks or iced coffee until almost the 1990s. They held off for that long. And if you've ever been there before, that was my second time. If you've ever been there before, you know how busy that place is. So we just got our to-go bag and we were walking around. And then we went into a couple gift shops. I got my other kids, some little souvenirs and stuff. Cruz got what was his toy? Oh, he got an alligator toy. I got him a t-shirt. I got myself a sweatshirt. That was kind of it. We were tired. We had to get back. My husband was like I could tell he was on the decline. So, anyway, we get back and kind of have like a somewhat regular night. Like, we sit on the couch, we're talking and stuff. I turn in. Husband comes up the next day. So now we're at Christmas Day. We all get up. I get my kid ready. My husband's like kind of behind. I was like, hey, they're in there cooking for Christmas. We gotta go try to get some stuff to contribute. He's like, okay. So we look up what's open. But it's Christmas Day, right? It's impossible. It was impossible. We drove to a couple places that said they were open. They were all closed. And we're like, okay, sorry. We can't even contribute a pie to this. I should have thought of it yesterday, but yesterday was like, he wasn't feeling good and we didn't even have any time. So I felt bad about that, but they were cooking like a turkey and stuffing and stuff like that. And they were also making tamales. We weren't there for the tamale thing, was for after we were gone. But I could tell when we were breathing heavy. And I'm like, do you have to puke? Mind you, my husband hasn't puked in probably 25 years. He has a stomach, a goat stomach. He has a stomach made of metal or something. Never pukes. He hasn't puked since, like, he puked when he was younger, when he got drunk. He's never had a stomach flu. So every time me and my kid have a stomach flu, he doesn't even know what we're talking about. Like, he doesn't know the feeling. He knows what we're talking about. He doesn't know the feeling. He's like, I think so. So, I'm like, let's just, our search is over. We're not going to get any pies. Just go back. You handle your stomach and see if you feel better. I'm hoping it's just something that he ate like a few days prior. So we get back and he's down for the count. He puked. And then he's like, oh my God, it hurts so much to puke. Like, I was like, so now you know how awful it is. I didn't like rub it in his face, but I was like, yeah, that's like when you're like, he's like, there's nothing left, but I keep like, I'm like, that's what it's like. Like, it was his first time. So I was like, just lay down. I went and gathered meds from his sister and took his temperature. It was normal. So I'm like, okay, I think this is food related because there's no fever involved, but he said his stomach really hurt after, and I was like, you've never puked, your muscles probably aren't used to how much force it takes, you know. You get the body aches. So it's just, we were at his side of the family. He's down. It was, I mean, I had a good time, but it's his side of the family and he can't come down with us or do anything. That part sucked. That part of it sucked. But, so, you know, I was just downstairs chatting with them, and I'd go up and check on him, and I didn't know where to be, you know. My kid wanted to play. They had a little Frenchie, so he just kept playing with the dog, and it made the dog kind of naughty. So I kept hearing like the dog getting in trouble, and then I'd be like, okay, like try to separate. But I felt bad because my kid wanted to play too, you know. I don't know. Anyways, so all of Christmas was just that. I ate with them. He didn't even come down for that. And the next morning we had to go. So we get up at like 9. He's a little bit better. He didn't have to puke or anything. It's just, he was just very weak because, you know, it takes everything out of you. So I had to drive home. No big deal. I don't mind driving. I actually like to drive because I don't really get car sick when I drive. So I drove halfway. We stopped in Missouri. No, we stopped in Memphis first, and we went to the Bass Pro Shops. It is the biggest Bass Pro Shop in the world. It's in Memphis, and it's in this big triangle-shaped building. It's super cool. And by then, it was okay. But again, it was like 1 p.m., and I hadn't eaten yet. So we go into the restaurant at the Bass Pro Shop, and they're like, it's an hour wait. No, it was like 2:30. Because I was like, that's kind of weird that there's this long of a wait at 2:30, but okay. Again, with the no good food, we had to pull out of the area, and we're like, okay, whatever's at this exit is what we have to pick from. Freaking Wendy's. Freaking Wendy's. So I ate. We're like, it's okay, we'll get a good dinner, right? We'll stop somewhere and have a nice dinner. But we get to drive in, and I had to stop at Barnes & Noble. That was my other one goal, is because Barnes & Noble has their 25% off sale the day after Christmas. So I was like, I don't care what town we stop in, but I have to stop at Barnes & Noble. We get to Missouri. I don't know what town. I do a haul. The haul, I just filmed that. I don't know if you'll see the haul before or after this, but I did a haul of grapevines. Husband's A1 at this point. We're starting to get hungry. We get back in the car. We're like, okay, let's look around for some like dinner spots. Nothing. Nothing. We were in boo-foo. We had to pull over at a gas station and get a freaking Lunchable. I'm getting myself mad. So I got a Lunchable. You got a pizza, a slice of pizza. My kid ate a little of both of our stuff. We finished the trip out. We got home at like 1 a.m. or something. And went to bed. That was that was my trip. But family time was good. The light show was cool. The alligator show was awesome. We did a lot of walk. Me and my kid took a lot of walks and just looked at the houses because I love, like I said, I like looking at the shotgun houses and the raised houses and all that. So that was fun. But him getting whatever he got, it zapped him. And when you're only as strong as the weakest link of the health of the family, you know. So we didn't get to do as much as we would have liked. That's all I got. If you watched this all the way to the end, thank you very much. I hope you have a good rest of your day, even